Hey, FGCU fans, John Vittas here as we continue catching up with some of our Eagles coaches. We're going to talk some men's tennis today. We're joined with FGCU head coach CJ Weber. CJ, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. I think I'm doing as good as what anybody can given the circumstances. Good to see you, John.
Well, you look comfortable, so that's a good start.
Yep.
Now for your team, it was obviously an unusual season. You're a spring sport, so you guys got through about half of your schedule before everything came to a halt. Got 9 matches in and got to see what your team could really do. Felipe Ramirez was a nice surprise for you, 9-4 in singles to lead the number 1 spot. And then you really saw some nice development with the rest of the roster as well. Just shed some light on how that first half of the season went, because I know you were pretty optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really interesting year this year. I think we had a team that had sort of half of our team were extreme veterans and half of our team were completely new guys. So it was really a shame that we had to stop right before the conference season, because I felt like the team was really starting to hit their stride right when our season got canceled. At the beginning of the year, even though we were picked number 1 in the conference going into the season for the ASUN preseason poll, I'm not sure that was the exact feeling that we had internally on the team. So we were working through some psychological things. We were working through some physical things, and what I can say is that by the time we were at the beginning of March, just getting ready to head into the conference, if you talk to anybody on the team, I think they were very confident that we were the team to beat in the league again. So that was extremely neat to be a part of, and just really disappointing that we couldn't finish that. With Felipe Ramirez, I mean, he was putting together one of the best seasons that we've ever had here at FGCU. Playing number 1, and I mean, he was beating University of Miami's number 1 player when we were playing them. He was up a break in the 3rd set. I really think that that he was playing some of the best tennis in FGCU history. So it would have been nice to be able to see him finish that up, but didn't happen.
Well, the good news is the band is back together for the 2020-2021 school year. 2 of your 3 seniors will be returning for a 5th year of eligibility because of the stoppage this year. And the 3rd one is going to be your assistant coach, Marcelo Tibet. So everybody is back, which is awesome. How do you think that continuity can help you build on that improvement that you had this year?
I mean, that was just some of the best news that I've ever gotten in my career. To get word back from the NCAA that they were offering a season of eligibility back for these guys. I would have really hated for their careers to end that way. So the fact that and 2 of the 3 guys are coming back as student athletes, and then one, Marcelo, is going to come back as my assistant coach. So I mean, he decided to forego his last year of eligibility, and I think he was mentally and physically ready to move on from that stage in his life, and he's going to be going to grad school next year, and he's really professional and mature and going to step up very, very nicely in that assistant coaching role. But then for Pipe and Saka to be able to come back and have a true senior year, I mean, I think there's going to be another level of appreciation for it come next springtime. And also this team had just gone through so much that I really feel like, because everybody's coming back, when we start up in September, we're going to hit the ground running already. And then with the new guys coming in, they're just going to jump on board. And I'm just really, really excited about next season, because we're able to put some of our growing pains in the past, I believe.
Yeah, and it helps a lot that you're very familiar with the group that you'll have next season. As you kind of train and get ready for next year, what areas do you want to see some improvement with to kind of put you guys over the top, and give some people some names too of major factors besides Felipe?
Well, next year I'm going to be looking for really big things out of Juan Montes. He played number 2 for us this last year. He played number 1 the previous year. He went through an injury where he was out for like 5 months leading up to this season. So I don't really feel like he was able to play his best tennis this year. But going into next season, I expect him to be back in full stride. So I've got those 2 guys who are both going to be the same exact level. Another player who will hopefully be coming on campus next year. That's going to be their level. So the top of our lineup is going to be as strong as it's ever been. And then, you know, and then we're adding some other pieces that are really going to help just the team being extremely solid, and also some youth to where we're going to be able to continue to develop. But basically, I mean, I'm just looking for the team to just start playing with the attitudes that we finished with this last season. We're not going to have to work through trying to compete at a really intense level. The guys know that expectation. That's where we're going to be able to start next year. So that's mainly what I'm looking forward to.
And last but not least, the meantime before September is going to be a little bit tricky. It is for all the coaches, but from kind of a regimen standpoint and getting their physical work in, what are some of the biggest challenges right now? Because I know you've got players all over the world.
Yeah. Well, most of the guys are back home in their home countries. I would say the most difficult part is probably behind us, or at least is hopefully behind us. Some of the guys, when they went home for their countries, they couldn't even leave their bedrooms for 2 weeks. So that was, I mean, not only could they not play tennis, it's like they can't even go outside to go on a run or something like that. So it was kind of fun though to come up with different workout challenges for them, and doing push-ups and jumping rope and doing, you know, hitting tennis balls up against their walls inside, and hearing their parents kind of yell at them and stop hitting the ball up against the wall, or, you know, whatever. So there's definitely a lot of challenges with the quarantine, but I feel like I have a really motivated bunch, and they're staying in really good shape. We have a strength and conditioning coach, Eric Kraus, who's doing an absolutely fantastic job with the guys, being creative to keep them in shape. That's the main thing that we're focused on now. Hopefully in a couple weeks, everybody can really start playing tennis again and have a full summer of training and competition, so they can come back in August and just crush it.
Well, I think we all can't wait for things to get back to normal, and your group of guys playing tennis is definitely one of them. CJ Weber, head men's tennis coach at FGCU, thank you so much for some time today, and stay safe. We look forward to seeing you in person soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, John. Stay safe out there, guys.